Alright, so here we go, guys. Welcome to Antiga Shipyard for game number 2. Guys, in the top right corner we have from Team Fnatic Raid Call, it is Alive. And over in the bottom left we have from Team Slayers, it is Arthur. Now, Andre, this is a map that's historically very good for Terran against Protoss.
I don't know, Frodan. The world has just destroyed my mind. Major actually came into the NASL for the root takeover, and he was like, "Oh no, Terran's terrible on this map against Protoss. 2-2 timings are so strong off of 2 base." It's like, but Major, you still have like a very passive way to play, and you can just go ahead, take 2 bases, take your 3rd base really slowly, and just creep up into the middle and just try to take map control. And he was like, "No, 2-2 timings, imba." He's like, "You watch, Koreans, Protoss versus Terran, they would wreck any single Terran." But that being said, we'll see if he actually ends up using a 2-2 timing. I'm sorry, a little bit of commotion going on. We're just trying to figure everything out. And man, I'm gonna say it. Halloween, it's hard to cast with a Pac-Man outfit. Frodan, I'm just gonna say, I can't even see the keyboard.
It's easy to cast with this helmet on.
I have like a bodysuit on, and yeah, I'm not wearing any clothes underneath, but still, it's really tough. Yeah,
I mean, it's really crazy because it looks like Andre's wearing a circus tent of some kind. Like it's really expanding out.
Know,
either that or you are a flying saucer. I don't even know either way. That's okay though, because we're still having great StarCraft 2 action, guys. This is game number 2. Winner of this series could determine a lot. Alive is 2-4, and he needs this win to just stay in the league. If you have 2 wins and you go 2-6. That's almost guarantee you that you'll be eliminated, because at least the bottom 12 players, at least based off current format, gets relegated. Arthur is 3-2. If he wins this, he now moves up to potentially tie, I guess 2nd place currently, because Huck and Masa are 2nd place, and they're 4-2 as well.
Of course, they are playing a little bit later tonight, so expect that matchup to really discriminate the players and see actually who really takes 2nd place. Really interesting openings though, Frodan. I love what we're seeing so far. You can see double gas opening coming out from Arthur, and on the other side we do have a factory first, and Alive is going for a gas source as well. So something that we don't really see in the rotation of Terran vs Protoss, both these players opting to go for pretty much 1 base startups, and the reason why it's so interesting is because Antiga Shipyard is such an old map, so a lot of people actually say that it's figured out. You know, a lot of these players say there's no 1 base timings that actually work, but both these players opting to, you know, change it up a little bit.
I agree, and I think that's really important just for the best of 3 series. Ooh, Twilight Robo. Arthur is gearing up for a massive 4-gate blink attack on Antiga, which is pretty savage, Andre. This is a tough build. The first time I ever saw a 4-gate blink as a Terran player from 1 base was on Antiga Shipyard, and I just remember feeling super frustrated because I was like, I shouldn't lose to this. And then 10 losses later, I'm like, I hate losing to this.
And the trick to actually defending this, if you go for an early fast expansion, is to actually throw down 4 barracks and then try to defend like that. It's still very challenging. Now you can see Arthur hasn't scouted his opponent yet, so he doesn't know, is this a 1 base play or is it a 2 base play? And most likely, Terrans are going to take their expansion. It's tucked away in the opposite corner of the map, so it's really easy to defend. But he could be walking into a little bit of trouble. Now, Hellions are going to get into the base.
Oh, he's going to see everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's picking off a couple of Oh, I thought he was going to pick off a little bit more. Only killed about 3, but still, the information is invaluable. And he's going to immediately have to switch off for some of the units. Now the Probe Scouts in seasonal expansion. And I think that's going to give tip Arthur and say, well, wait, you're not expanding either. Are you on 1 base as well?
So unfortunate, because there is Hellion Banshee coming out here, Frodan, and Blink is like the best way to deal with this 1 base play. There's no cloak, so it's like, okay, well, are you really doing any damage? The way to actually kill Blink Stalkers is just to have this ball, this punch, that cannot be hindered, cannot be really damaged at all, whether it be Marine Marauder Medevac or whether it be just Marine Siege Tank, both of which are really good ways to actually deal with this. But Alive doesn't have either. He has like a little forces here, a little forces there, and with the mobility of Blinkstalkers, I feel like Arthur's going to take the advantage.
He does have bunkers going up in his main, and that's nice, especially considering. Oh, sorry, he did a caduceus reactor fact just as the observer popped in. He suspected it was there, and so he started the upgrade, and that's gonna maybe summon another observer to be made at least. That's like super high level though, because I mean, Arthur may have not seen that with his observer. In fact, based off his current movements, I think he doesn't suspect it, so that's kind of a shame because imagine if he did have Blink, if the observer's not at home.
Yeah, well, I mean, still in you can see in the vision of Arthur, he can see that it's kind of working, so he should say to himself, oh, I need to be careful for not Blinkstalkers, for some sort of Cloak Banshees in the back of my main. And God, these players have such similar names. What Alive is trying to do is actually bait as many units in the main as possible to weaken this push. And you can see it's already happening now. Alive is massing up on units that do not affect Blinkstalkers at all. Like, you don't have any ability to chase, and more so, you need a lot of time to actually kill all these units. So it's not too helpful that Alive is making these units, and I feel like he's just digging his ditch.
There's a lot of stalkers here from Protoss. He's going to be virtually supply capped as soon as the supply depot drops. Maybe make 1 or 2 more units. A massive blink also. Alive wasn't prepared, and the bunker drops. Whoa, sudden movement from Arthur, surprising even me. Alive was not prepared for that. In fact, a lot of SCVs are kind of just sitting there idle in shock.
That's right, and it looks like the blink play is going to come up here. Now watch how effective this. Nice job actually scanning, taking out the observer, but is it going to be enough, Frodan?
Ooh, try targeting down the medevac to reduce the healing. Arthur's still taking lots of damage, couple of stalkers dropping, but a massive blink forward, and I think Arthur is feeling super confident. That's going to reduce his ability to escape, but I think Arthur's killed off more than enough. The Banshee at the natural wasn't able to do anything. GG, 2 quick games. 2 quick victories. Arthur takes game number 2.
Really surprising. Alive just didn't get any units that counters Blinkstalkers. You need to get siege tanks, you need to get marauders, you need to get medevacs, something like that. It's marauders and medevacs or siege tanks, and then you're able to really take your position. But when you just go Marines and Hellions that don't do that much damage to Stalkers, you're going to see Blink Micro being super effective, and the only way you can really I guess, outdo Blinkstalker is by getting an insurmountable amount of units to the point where blinking doesn't even matter. There's just too much, it's going to run over you. But when you're one base against one base, you're never going to be able to do that.
That's right, Andre. And I think it's just goes to show you that, I mean, even if you go for those early defenses, you have to be on your toes at all times.
Yes, sir.
Losing that bunker, sure, you can make a case that I think Arthur would still in a good position to hold to kill anyways, but it doesn't make your life any easier. Have to be always on the tip of your toes, ready for any kind of action, because that, I mean, I wasn't even really expecting that, and Arthur found a perfect opportunity to snipe it. Great job, great reactions, great decisions from our Slayers Protoss player.
That is our 3rd match of the night, so you know what happens in the 3rd match? I'm going to kiss you. We'll be back, guys. Thank you to Epson, the #1 projector, brightest and best quality. How come that doesn't sound right?
What just happened?
Best and brightest quality. Check them out at epson.com.